A very good morning to all of you, my dear students. Welcome back to the class once again. Welcome back to our YouTube channel also. So we have started the chapter in our previous class, Mughal Empire, that is chapter number 4 of grade 7. We have discussed how it is important, why it is important to learn about the Mughals, to know about them and how they have ruled in India, how they have administered such a large country for so many years. So we have a lot of things to learn from them, and I told you that we are following them also. So we will start discussing about Babur because he was the founder of Mughal dynasty in India in the year 1526 when he defeated Ibrahim Lodi in the first battle of Panipat in the year 1526. So let us see what happened and why he came and defeated Ibrahim Lodi, who invited him. Babur, the first Mughal emperor, that is from 1526 to 1530, though he was the founder, but he was not able to rule India for the long time. You can see just 5 years, 26 to 30. He succeeded to the throne of Fargana when he was only 12 years old. So Fargana, let me tell you the detail about the Fargana also. Fargana, or you can say Farguna, also is the capital of Fargana region in eastern Uzbekistan. So Babur is known that he belonged to the place known as Uzbekistan. Fargana is about 420 kilometer east of Tashkent, about 75 kilometer west of Andizan, and less than 20 kilometer from Kyrgyzstan border. So it means that Babur came from this particular place, Uzbekistan. And he became the king of Fargana in the year 1494 when he was just 12 years old. So you can see that a boy, just a boy, you can say a boy of 12 years old became the king of a particular place in the year 1494. But he was not so much skillful at that particular time. He was not able to rule that particular place properly. So he was forced to leave his ancestral throne due to this invasion of the Mongol groups known as the Uzbeks. So as we know that the Mongols were the competitors of the Mughal dynasty, even the competitors of Babur also. So he was forced to leave this particular throne because Babur acquired that particular throne of Fargana from his ancestors. Means his father was the ruler, and when he died, so Babur succeeded. Babur became the king. But as he was only 12 years old, so he was not able to control the things, and he was forced to leave because of the attacks of the Mongol. And who were they? The name of the group was Uzbeks. So this Mongol group defeated or forced Babur to leave his place. So what he will do? He was just wandering here and there. Means he was hiding himself sometime here and sometime there. After years of wandering, he seized Kabul in the year 1504. Now you can see in the year 1494, Babur was 12 years old. And now after just 10 years, you can see 1494 and 1504. There is a gap of 10 years. So Babur now he is 22 years, around 22 years old now. And at the age of 22 years old, you can see Babur seized Kabul, means captured Kabul, the capital of Afghanistan nowadays. He captured that Kabul, or you can say Afghanistan, in the year 1504. After years of moving here and there, he made his soldiers, he created his group, he created his managed to create a large army, and he just defeated and captured Kabul in the year 1504. Now, now there is a twist over here. And what is the twist, my dear students? That Babur was invited to India. That is the invitation received by Babur, and that is really the beginning of the Mughal Empire, you can say, when he was invited. Babur was invited to India by Daulat Khan Lodi and Rana Sanga, the ruler of Mewar. So these two people invited Babur for what? To end the rule of Lodi dynasty. They want to end the rule of Lodi dynasty, or you can say Ibrahim Lodi. They were just trying to get rid of Ibrahim Lodi, and they were not able to defeat Ibrahim Lodi because he was also having a large army. So what these two people have done, they shook hand with Babar. उन्होंने हाथ मिला लिया बाबर से, and they invited Babar that please help us and defeat Ibrahim Lodi, and then you can go back to your country. So Babar accepted their invitation, Daulat Khan Lodi and Rana Sanga invitation, and he visited India in the year 1526, where he defeated the then Sultan of Delhi, Ibrahim Lodi, at the Battle of Panipat, and he captured Delhi as well as Agra. Babar captured Delhi and Agra both, because he defeated Ibrahim Lodi in the first battle, you can say, first battle of Panipat, you can see, in the year 1526. So what Daulat Khan Lodi and Rana Sanga was thinking, that Babar, as he has defeated Ibrahim Lodi, so he will take some amount of money from them and he will go back to Kabul. That was the thinking of Daulat Khan Lodi and Rana Sanga. Let us see whether that happened or not. You can see over here. Daulat Khan Lodi and Rana Sanga, they thought that Babar, after defeating the Lodis, would return to Central Asia, leaving North India under their control. So Daulat Khan Lodi and Rana Sanga was thinking that Babar will leave or give the control of north part of India under their control. But really they were wrong. Babar was thinking something else. What was he thinking? That Babar thought that no, I will not go back to Kabul to rule in Kabul. He thought that Delhi and Agra is a good place. Let us stay here. They thought that we will not go from there. So Babar refused to go back to Kabul. And this refusal was really not taken in a good manner by this Rana Sanga and Daulat Khan Lodi. So now this angered Rana Sanga and many of the Afghan nobles. So now the Afghans were the you can say these Afghans were the great threat to this to Babar, because these people were angry from Babar because Babar has defeated Lodis, but he has not gone back to Kabul. So that really was a matter of distrust. They were thinking that Babar has not done the right thing. So Rana Sanga and many Afghan rulers, Daulat Khan Lodis and his parties, they were all against Babar. And next, the Afghans were an immediate threat to this Mughal authority. So the Afghans were against now. Previously, those Afghans that included Rana Sanga and Daulat Khan Lodi, they were with Babar, helping Babar to defeat Ibrahim Lodi. But when Babar refused to go back to Kabul, they were against this Mughal dynasty or against Babar. So that was a real threat, real threat and immediate threat to the Mughal dynasty or the Mughal authority in India for Babar. So अब सबसे बड़ा खतरा बाबर के लिए कौन बन गए थे? यही लोग, दौलत खान लोधी और राणा संगा. The Afghans were an immediate threat to these people, to Babar. So let us continue what really happened next. Now, now the Afghan rulers were against Babar because Babar has not gone back to Kabul after defeating Ibrahim Lodi in the first battle of Panipat in the year 1526. Now let us see what will happen with Babar, whether Babar will be sent back forcibly by this Daulat Khan Lodi or the Afghan rulers by Daulat Khan Lodi or Rana Sanga, or whether Babar will defeat them once again, will beat them. Let us see who wins the next battle. Daulat Khan Lodi and Rana Sanga led a large army against Babar. They just managed to have a very large army. बहुत बड़ा आर्मी उन्होंने बनाया दौलत खान लोधी और राणा संगा ने, किसके खिलाफ? अगेंस्ट बाबर. But you can see in the battle of 1527, in the year 1527, and the name of the battle was the Battle of Khanwa. Babar defeated Rana Sanga in the Battle of Khanwa in the year 1527, yani next year. In 1526, Babar defeated Ibrahim Lodi, and in 1527, Babar defeated those Afghan rulers, including that Rana Sanga in the Battle of Khanwa. So in just 2 years, Babar won 2 different battles. the first battle of Panipat and the battle of Khanwa also, where he defeated Rana Sanga and his soldiers and defeated them because they were going against Babur. So Babur was very skillful and he was also a very great warrior. है ना, वो बहुत बड़े जंगजू थे, है ना, जंग लड़ने में बहुत एक्सपर्ट थे. He was very skillful, बहुत दिमाग उनका चलता था कैसे लोगों को हराना है. He was very clever in defeating the people at the battle. So you can see in the 1526 he defeated Ibrahim Lodi. In 1527 next year he defeated Rana Sanga. And in 1528 next year once again Babur defeated the Rajputs at Chanderi. और फिर बाबर ने किसको डिफीट किया नेक्स्ट ईयर 1528 में? he defeated the Rajputs at Chanderi. That is also a name of a place. He also defeated the Afghan nobles in the Battle of Ghagra in the year 1529. Now you can see 1526 he defeated Ibrahim Lodi, 1527 he defeated Rana Sanga, means the Afghan rulers, at the Battle of Khanwa. In the year 1528, again next year he defeated the Rajput, and again next year in 1529 at the Battle of Ghagra he defeated once again the Afghan nobles. So लगातार वो जो है जंग कर रहे हैं ना 1526 से लेकर 1529 तक, means those who were going against Babur was just defeating them and crushing them, was not letting them happen and was not giving them any opportunity to defeat him. So Babur was very skillful, as I said, he was very skillful in the battlefield also, and he was a great warrior also. खुद भी वो बहुत अच्छे लड़ाई करना जानते थे. So, and he was very clever also. So as you can see that Babur have won 4 wars, 1526, 27, 28 and 29. So at different wars he captured different places also. First you can see Gwalior, next Dholpur and other places he conquered, means he captured. He became the ruler of Punjab, Delhi, the Ganga plains, as well as the Bengal also, where I am residing right now, the West Bengal. So Babur conquered all these places after winning so many battles. But unfortunately, he became sick, बीमार हो गए वो. Babur was the founder of the Mughal Empire in India. That was really the beginning, that the year 1526 when he defeated Ibrahim Lodi. That was the real beginning of the Mughal dynasty, or you can say Mughal Empire in India. Let us see about Babur few things. How was he? What type of man he was? He was a complete poet. It means that he was a literate person. पढ़े लिखे थे वो. He was a complete poet and a writer also. And he was a writer also. He used to write books also. His autobiography is called Tuzuki Baburi. Means he wrote about himself. Autobiography means about writing about himself. So his autobiography is known as Tuzuki Baburi, or the other name of his autobiography is Babur Nama, in which Babur has described, और इस तुजुकी बाबरी में बाबर ने क्या describe किया है? About the physical features, about the climate, about the flora, fauna and the culture of India. He described about the culture of India, about the flora and fauna, and he described about the climate of India, and he described about the physical boundaries of India, physical features of India in his book or in his autobiography known as Tuzuki Baburi. So try to remember this name, Tuzuki Baburi. Try to remember the name of the battles that have been won by Babur in 4 consecutive years, 1526 to 1529. So that is all about Babur over here. Now we will move to another part.